Alright, how's it going, everyone? So I'm just gonna make myself a quick coffee. And then we'll get at it. Just making a quick coffee, and then we'll get at it. Yeah, it's a coffee maker, Gabby. Yeah. And hopefully the stream looks okay. I am on the other PC. It's the i7 3770K with the GTX 1080 Z77 motherboard. So hopefully it looks decent. Just making a quick coffee. How's it going, Duck? How's it going, man? Can't believe you're up. Oh yeah. Needed. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Just going to take apart my main PC. Oh yeah, that's good. All right. Take out the GPU first, I guess here. Somewhat out of the way. So, this is the Zotac 3070 Ti. It's a card that I have a lot of records on. Does have two EVGA 1080 Ti fans. It does fit perfect. Need a little bit of soldering work done on it, but got them to work. They work perfect. Has one Zotac fan. The other two are EVGA. Yep, this is a good card. It's been working really good for the past 3 years now. And again, has a lot of records on it. I think about 8 records total. The RAM that I got in it is 48 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Titaniums. These are Hynix M die. These are 7200 36 kit, CL36 kit. They can do 8000. So far, I've only really tested with my 12600K, but they work really good. I'm very happy with these here. Corsair Diamond Titaniums. I did take off the heat or the RGB off of them, so no RGB on them. Where did I put my brush? Oh shoot. Not sure where I did. Why remove the RGB? I don't care about RGB at all. Even the RGB, LED RGB on the custom monoblock here, it's unplugged. I generally have my actual the amp hollow here, the 3070 Ti amp hollow here. This right here lights up. Generally, I have the RGB unhooked as well. I don't care about RGB. But yeah, that's why. Also, it does heat up the sticks more. Not a whole lot, but they do heat up more. Plus, it helps with cooling, yeah. Plus, see how it has like that little slot? These are here, I can take these off. These are custom. They do have copper shims on them. But, see how's that hole? Generally, I have a fan, a RAM cooler on it, and it helps actually blow air in. And where it has the controller is like right in the center here, helps keep the controller cooler as well. The memory controller on the actual RAM stick, which is nice as well. So here's what the LED. So with these Corsair Dominator Titaniums, what you can do with these here is if you have a 3D printer, you can do a CAD file, 3D print. They have it on their website, and you can 3D print your own LED. And they just literally just clip on, and then they screw in with a screw. But I have them off. I don't use them. I don't use them for many purposes. Don't care about RGB. Keeps them cooler. Yeah. Corsair and Dominator Titaniums. That's what they generally look like. I think I will disconnect that next. So this is a thermal take D5 pump reservoir combo. These are fairly expensive. I did get it on Amazon used, like new. Got it very cheap. It was only $65, but generally this combo here is like $450, $500 Canadian, which is wild. Yeah, yeah, same here, man. Yeah, I like the used, like new, especially on Amazon. And then the 13900K I got in here generally is over $600 new. And then on Amazon they had a sale 65 or 70% off. I got it for the same. I got my 13900K brand new on Amazon, the same price I paid for my 12600K. You just gotta find those deals sometimes. You can just find those deals. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I do like me some deals. So this custom monoblock, it uses an Allen key to finger tighten it, then I use an Allen key to unscrew it. Did you snag one? The one for 550? You're saying they had them in stock. It's awesome you got one. It's awesome you got one then. Back plate takes forever to unscrew. I try to unscrew it proper, hold it. No, it doesn't hit any components. It was cheaper to ship it than to pick it up. Wow. Really? Cheaper to ship it than to pick it up? That's odd. And then this takes a little bit of finessing to get off. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Thermal paste. It's a good. I did a lop this cooler, so it's really flat. It could be a pain to get off. Come on, baby. Poke it. Maybe online tax versus local. That's weird. Still though, glad you got one for a good price. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, I got it. Got it. Hey. It's a pretty good spread. Who doesn't like a good spread? Nice, nice, nice. Right. Now I do need to get new thermal pads for the VRMs on this thing, but I'm not gonna replace them. They're getting old and they are a little dusty, but technically I can run this thing without any kind of cooler on the VRMs. It's just fine. Yeah, no doubt you're excited. I mean, it's a new card. Why would you not be excited? Oh no, we're losing frames. We're losing frames. Internet's going down, down, down. Why? My bad, I forgot to set up my Wi-Fi proper, so disconnected there. You popped your GPU cherry. We shouldn't have any lag now. Rather switch it over. Do want to take out the motherboard. Not recommended to do it while it's standing, but I could do it just fine. Probably should disconnect that one too, though. There we go. Z690 Orsa Master. Doesn't have a few components on it. I don't have the Wi-Fi on it right now. Wi-Fi 6X. Don't have the heatsink. I don't use the heatsink for my actual NVMe drive. Due to the fact that the GPU is literally underneath it, the heatsink just holds heat onto it, so I don't use it. Kind of stays cooler that way. Newegg has the 265K with 890 steel Mobo. Yeah, I think I did see that deal. I'm pretty sure I saw that deal. It's not bad. It's not a bad deal at all. For performance to, price to performance, it's a really good deal. So this is a 13,900K. Yeah, the AMD deals are not so good right now. Maybe here in the future it'll get better, but the deals right now are not good. They are not good. I know what you're saying, buddy. They are not good right now. Little brush. Yeah, the AMD deals right now are not so hot. The price to performance is just not there for AMD right now. Clean up the motherboard right now. Guess I could do it up on there. So I'm going to leave the thermal paste on because I did lap this cooler because the mic's in the way there. So since I did lap this cooler, it is exposed copper on this. I'll show it afterwards. So I like to leave the thermal paste so that way there's no oxidation over time. Just leave the thermal paste on it. And I do have a picture I could show you, but I'll show you afterwards. In Canada, maybe? No, the deals for AMD are wild, like terrible. Terrible, man. At least in my opinion. They're actually terrible. Are you saying US has better deals? Because from what I'm hearing, US is terrible deals too. Your PC works? Yeah, let's go. What was the issue? What was the issue? Brought it for repairs? And it didn't say what the issue was? Yeah, but some of the deals they're still not very good for deals. The only deals that I've really saw was like the 970 XT with a game. Decode? What do you mean? Because it depends on the motherboard, depends on also the model, what an error code could be. That's what I kind of said to do. Because sometimes having everything plugged in and all that, like just unplugging it, replugging it, because your connection might not be perfect. That's what I said to do on everything. Yeah, you'd have to read the manual or search up online for the exact model that you have. He was about to charge me $100 for 1 hour, but I ran $100 an hour. I mean, that's fairly normal, to be honest. That is fairly normal price. That's rough. Yeah, easy fix though, so I'm glad it was an easy fix. That's up to you, I guess. So this board I did have to do soldering work to get it working. Had to reflow the power button as well on the board. The power button went. I reflowed the solder and actually got it to work again, which is kind of nice. It's fairly easy to do. And then up. I don't know if I'll be able to show it on here. No, I probably won't be able to show it. That is very true. Money does not grow on trees, buddy. I hear you there. Made of trees. Well, used to be made of trees. Now here in Canada, it's mostly plastic. People work for free? Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be nice? Work for free, get stuff for free. Never been like that. Never been like that. GPU today, so my card declined when I tried to spend. Oh yeah, I hear you there. Maple syrup comes from trees, just saying. Huge Canada export, yep. It's not cheap though. It's not cheap. Used to make it when I was younger with my grandfather. Not easy to do, so that's why it's not cheap. Alright. It looked fairly clean. It's good. This backside's got some because it's thermal pad there, and I use a fan on the backside sometimes, so the backside does get a little dirty. Clean that up. Oh, some good dust bunnies in it. Some good dust bunnies. Oh boy. Maybe I'll take off the back cover actually. Might take off the back plate. Oh, we got another moth. Yes, the right thing to do is to pay him back. Yeah, nothing easy. Well, maple syrup is not easy, buddy. Not easy. Trees don't tap themselves, setting up the lines don't set up themselves. All the buckets boiling it down for hours on end. Does not take You know, it's not easy. It takes a long time. Of 100 liters, you might get a liter of maple syrup. Looking fairly good. How's it going, Nami? Are you using a common brush? Yeah, this is a fairly common brush. This right here is just a small brush that I use, and then I have a nice soft horsehair brush, like a super soft horsehair brush that I use as well when I'm. It's a big brush though. It's just packed away right now. I don't use any hard bristles. Every brush I have is nice soft bristles. And this is just a little painter's brush that you can pick up fairly cheap. The horsehair brush though, it's not cheap. It's like $75 for one brush. I ended up getting the 5070 after all. Nice, yeah. 100, not crazy normal. Yeah, $100 is not, I mean, it's not uncommon. Some places charge 200, 300. Just bought it for the same 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Which one? But yeah, I use multiple different brushes. This is just a smaller pencil style brush. Well, not even pencil style, just a smaller brush so I can get into nooks and crannies. Don't put a whole lot of pressure with this one. It's not as soft as my horsehair. Give me one sec here, I'll grab it. He did it within like an hour or two. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how much generally you charge. For soldering work, an hour could cost you $1,000. Depending on the product, depending on what they have to do, depending on the knowledge, or you know, that it could cost you a lot of money. Also have like this style brush. These are like it's like a soft nylon. I don't use these style brushes, these cheap brushes, for cleaning my PC components. Good, because the actual pressure on these are actually too much. Exactly, and they did what you couldn't. That's why when I charge $100 build fee on PCs, some people think it's wild. But if you just go down the road to, you know, some PC place, they're gonna charge you $200 to $300 for a PC build. Yep, a makeup brush would technically work. Getting nooks and crannies and stuff like that. But yeah, I use a paintbrush, and I use another really soft paintbrush. I'm just gonna grab that. Give me one second. And then for bigger cleaning, like the whole PC components, just if I do a big clean out of all my motherboards and stuff like that, I use this. I mean, it is super soft brush. ultra soft. It's a 3-inch brush. Can do a lot of brushing, cleaning very quickly with this one, but it's, oh yeah, super soft. So it does not harm components. I use this on a lot of GPUs. Take apart the GPU, clean off all the thermal paste first, and then quickly brush it over. Use it with water as well when I do, you know, big cleans. I use water, so I do wash it like dishes. Yeah, not that much, but yeah, this is, yeah, about $75 for this brush. I'll sell you a Harada hairbrush for 40. No, 35. 15. Sold. Yeah, I would have just made a video basically about it. Yeah, makeup brush technically would work, but I use paint brushes. Soft, very soft paint brushes. And the softest one I have is that special horsehair one that I have. This one here. Super soft. Stainless rim, doesn't rust, will last forever. Nice wooden handle. Hickory handle. It's nice. It's real nice. Oh, speaking of which, I should use this just to. Shiny. I do need to replace the thermal pads again. I can run this motherboard with a 13900K overclocked without any heat sinks at all on this thing. I've done testing on it. They barely get warm, but I should replace the thermal pads on it. It's just I have not yet. I've taken apart this board so many times that these thermal pads have worn out. The top ones on the VRMs here. Focus. Are a little dirty. And these ones are all broken. So I do need to replace them, but I'm a little broke for that, so I'm not gonna replace them. But yep, technically don't even need to have cooling on it with the custom monoblock. They only hit 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, so it's not like they even get hot. Yeah, the horsehair one is really nice. It is really nice, and like I said, it's even softer than this small brush. It's super soft, like super soft, very nice, very fine bristles on it, even finer than the bristles that are on the small one. This is not horsehair. This is not nylon. What was this one? This is just a little half-inch brush. Half inch. Stainless. It's 3-inch. Yeah, it's like, and they're like sanded down or something like that. I'm not sure how they make these ones. They're super soft. It's really good. Really good for electronics. Don't have to worry about putting too much pressure or not. Does really good for dusting. I like it. Works good. So I don't have one of those little blowers. Super soft. You got it. Super soft. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not nylon. What is the other make that they use for paintbrushes? It's not nylon. I don't think it's like a polyester or anything like that. Not sure, but it's definitely some sort of like a plastic type brush. But the hair brushes are really good. Horsehair brushes. Was it a lot of money though? That's the only thing it did cost a lot of money. So yeah, that's the motherboard all spiffed up, all dust free now. Now if I wanted to go and do a really deep clean, I'll take this whole motherboard apart, take off all the thermal pads. I would leave the CPU in. I would wash it in the sink, like actually wash it in the sink with water. Then I'll leave it out to dry. I'll take out the CPU, let it out to dry for a day, and then assemble everything. Even take out, the SSD or NVMe or whatever. But then take everything off, all the heat sinks, even this cover, which I can take off and show you. So 980 Pro, 2 terabyte. So this is a 2 terabyte 980 Pro. It does have almost 17,000 hours on it, 95% health left on it still. That's why I like the Samsung 980 Pros. Also, Saturn Rocket makes some really long-lasting NVMe's as well. I do have to show you. I don't have any other NVMe's in this. I'm just taking this off to show you. I do have the heatsink for the NVMe drive. I just don't use it. Like I said, I don't use it because the GPU, the top of the GPU puts the heat to the actual heatsink, and it just warms up the NVMe drive. So there's no point of using it. I've done testing. I can do some more testing if people would like to see that. Ooh, this needs a good dusting as well. Look at that. Have yourself a good night there, Nami. Yeah, it's 12:20 here. Have a good night, Nami. Yeah. Dusty. Haven't even used the actual thermal pads on this. Still even has the sticker for it. Keep it clean. I haven't even used it. Don't have any other NVMe. Oh, I do have another NVMe, but there's no point. It's only a 250 gig. Go. Wasn't too bad actually. Just underneath the heatsink was bad. That's about it. And yeah. Go. It can fit a lot. I should say this thing can fit a lot of NVMe's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I only use one. One close to the CPU. Best speed for it. Still got the stickers on for the actual thermal pad underneath here. This thermal pad's custom cut for it. And yeah, still haven't even used it. Go. Basically done with this motherboard. Cleaning it up. Probably should take it apart. And it'll be clean. I cleaned it out not too long ago. My RAM. Think about taking apart my RAM sticks, but I've already taken them apart early this year. I've already taken them apart and cleaned them up, so technically don't need to be done. There. Let's make sure it's all nice and snug. Nice. Put the NVMe drive back in. Voila. We done. Now, there is a little bit of staining on the back of it, thermal paste in that. I could clean it up with alcohol, but I don't have any alcohol right now. Isopropyl. But, yeah, I don't have any right now to clean it up with. And it still takes quite a bit of time to actually clean it up when it goes on to this style of paint. So, that's done there. I'll grab the PC again. So I want to take it apart, all apart, the custom water loop and all. At the 57 Master Z690 Horse Master. Z690. Yeah, Z690 Horse Master. The box is right there. Z690 Horse Master. Yep. LGA 1700. Oh, you got the AMD? Nice. Yeah, you got the 570, yeah. Yeah, this is the Z690 Horse Master. Even the AMD, they're nice boards, eh? Like, you like the look of them? I like the look of the Masters, the Horse Masters. I do like the look of them. They look good. Yeah, they look about the same. Again, this generally does have a heatsink on top of this. Generally have cooler, like either air, like an air cooler on it, but I have a custom monoblock. Yeah, the VRMs are so overspec'd for them, it's actually insane. I can run a 13900K overclocked to 5.6 gigahertz all core onto it. I can run that without any heat sinks on the VRMs, and they stay nice and cool. The VRMs are so overspec'd. Yeah, like I've done testing. I will do testing in the future. I'll make a video about it. But I've done testing last year, and it's absolutely insane how cool they still stay. With the custom monoblock. So I have a custom monoblock here. So with this, it cools the VRMs and CPU at the same time. I don't even need it though. Done testing. Amazing. Oh, yeah, 5800 next to me. Oh, nice. Yeah, oh, yeah. The VRMs is so respect for it. Yep. 5800 next to me. Man, those are still going for a lot of money, eh? They're still going for a lot. So there. Got two. So I use a Commander, I think this is Commander Pro, Corsair Commander Pro, for the actual RGB. I don't use RGB, by the way, and fans. That's what I use, but I like it because it's magnetic. Keeps everything nice and tidy. From the 3700X to the, oh, that's a big upgrade. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I say a lot of people should wait till AM6. Nah, wait till AM6. Right now they're having issues with the 9000 series CPUs, unfortunately. If you go onto Reddit, just on Reddit alone, there's like 600, probably around 600 cases now. 9800X3Ds, 9900X3Ds, more or less 9800X3Ds. A lot of them are just 2 days, they're dead. A week, they're dead. I think one person after 2 weeks is on his third CPU. It is good. They're good CPUs. Cannot say they're bad CPUs. Just they're having issues with them right now. ASRock has had issues with their motherboards, but also MSI, Asus, and I think there's been like a couple of Gigabyte, but a lot of ASRock boards. For some reason, the CPU is automatically putting itself into PBO state. One of the best performance, yep. For gaming, only for gaming, not for productivity. You still want to go with Intel for productivity and single core performance. The 9950X 3D is pretty close to Intel, but Intel still beats single core performance. Coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. Oh, I need. Guess I still need to move these in. This. So. One thing I don't like about RGB fans, these Corsair RGB fans, just so many cables. What you doing, Nugget? Okay, so I definitely need to take apart this as well, the fans, and clean them. Cold coffee? No, I just made it. It's warm now. It's warm now. Alright, take her easy, man. Alright. Yeah, it's actually really clean. Underside's nice and clean. Nice. That was easy. This not so much. This not so much. Z. What's up, man? How's it going, Z? What are you doing up, Z? What are you doing up? Probably gonna take apart the power supply too and clean it. Again, not a recommended thing to do, especially if you don't know electronics, not to take apart power supplies, but I think I'm going to clean it all. Also, an auction for a Sweet 39 ROG Strix motherboard. 3090 ROG Strix motherboard, what do you mean? Like combo? What am I? I wonder where that was. TPU not my. Oh, okay. 39 ROG Strix, eh? Those would have been I would have went for quite a bit of money, I would assume. Quite a bit. This is just an LED for some extra light. Right. So this PSU, this cable, I need to fix. Oh, it's not even this one, that's the bad one. I hope you do, man. I hope you do, because it will be a nice looking build after it's all done. It'll be all matching, all matching. Just not gonna be a cheap build, really, no matter what GPU you put in it. So, this case, I have to find it. I should have it around somewhere. Just don't know where. The back panel that actually holds the power supply in, because you slide the power supply in on this case. This is an EVGA case. I made my own brackets to hold the power supply in. It has some fairly thick metal tabs. They're all custom done for it, so that way it hold the power supply in proper. Sucks to do, but had to do it. Had to do it. Not sure where the bracket is for it. I know it's around. There we go. Put that that way. Sure that's out of the way. And this comes out. It's dusty. That's dusty. This is just an EVGA bronze, just a 850. It's the EVGA 850B5. It's just a bronze rated, but more than enough for what I use for this, because when I do my overclock and I use 2 PSUs anyways. Just an 850 bronze. It's dirty though. Oh my god. Look at the cobwebs. The bottom's all scratched up because. Yeah, like I said, I do so much overclock and bring PSUs out of the cases so much, so the bottom's a little scratched up. But look at the cobwebs. That's a lot of dust. That's a lot of damage. Had this power supply for quite some time now. Quite some time. Now this power supply, I do have to fix up one of these PSU cables. And that would be these ones here. So that's the no good one. So this power cable here has gotten worn out and makes the GPU unstable now. And yes, it is the cable. I've done testing. Came with box and all cables. You bought it used? Yeah, I had the box. I threw the box out a while ago. I usually keep them, but I threw that box out. I have to fix this one though. That's nice getting the used components with all the original stuff in it. It's nice. Yeah, this cable here I have to fix. What I might try to do, so I'm not sure if it's because it's been bent a lot of times, or just plugged a lot of times. I might just clean it up and try to tighten up the insides. Try to fix up the actual connectors in it, so that's what I will try to do. Fix up the connectors in it, or I might just cut these wires, and redo the cables. We'll see. That's a big, it's not a big job. It'll take a long time to resolder everything. That's the only thing that will suck if that's what I have to do. But that's what I'll do to save some money. I don't mind saving some money. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to see that done as well. Not everyone does that. Just for a cable. I don't mind. Yeah, that's the cable in question there. PSU is a little dusty. Wait, do I have just the right size? Oh, so close. So I'll have to check my Allen key drawer. So I do want to take apart this whole power supply and clean it up. Again, not a recommended thing to do, especially if you don't know electronics. There's cat hair on this. Looked at some EJ motherboards. Yep, yeah, they're expensive. They're more of enthusiast type stuff now, right? More for enthusiasts. Autotech Matt, what up, man? $18, yep. I use copper shims on mine. Instead of it running around 110 degrees, they go up to about 65, 70 degrees now. Copper shims do take a long time to get working proper, though. All sanded down, perfect fit. I don't even think I'll be able to show the copper shims on this. Oh yeah, maybe. Just on there too. I have to take apart this graphics card again and clean it. I've done it twice this year already, though. See copper shims there. Barely see the shims. There's copper shims by just slightly oversized copper shims for the VRAMs. Oh, sorry, not VRAMs. The oh yeah, the RAM on it. And then what I'll do is I'll take sandpaper and I'll sand them down so that way they are a perfect fit. So that way there's still the appropriate amount of compression onto the actual core, and that way everything is nice and. You haven't taken apart any GPUs yet? If you ever need a hand taking apart a GPU, just let me know and I'll bring you through the steps of it. I'll take one of my GPUs out. We can do it together if you'd like. Again, this is the EVGA case. It's an older case. It's a DG76, I think it is. Okay, it is really dusty. I should have done this a while ago, I think, but that's alright. Doing it now, I guess, so it's just fine. Oh. It is dusty, though. And I need this screw. Lose that. I like to use. So right now I'm using Arctic MX4. I generally like to use Thermal Grizzly Extreme Cryonaut. I've used liquid metal. It's fine, but I do chilled. I chill my stuff out. So having anything, but if you use liquid metal, you don't want to go below 10 degrees Celsius. I'll go to negative 25 degrees Celsius for my chilled loops. So it's no good for it. Yeah, MX4 works just fine. MX4, again, thank you donators for helping me out. They helped me out for a competition that happened last year. I needed a bunch of thermal paste because I go through a lot of it for competitions. A lot of CPUs, a lot of GPUs, like to make sure I redo the thermal paste. So yeah. KPX, nice. Yep. I'm gonna be doing a PTM, various kinds of PTM, cheap PTM, expensive PTM, and cheap thermal paste to expensive thermal paste, and I'm going to be using KPX, Extreme Cryonauts, MX, Thermalrite, like every kind of thermal paste there is, and then I'll use my own homemade thermal paste that I have as well. I'd have to find out where I put it. So my own homemade thermal pastes. And yeah, I'll use my own thermal paste and we'll do tests on it. Its stuff is something like kind of like KPX in your thermal grizzly. It's fairly close to it. Not as good, unfortunate, but it is fairly close. It does use diamond powder, 75,000 grit diamond powder. Does use a bunch of really good silicone. So yeah, so works really good, and it uses a little bit of graphite. Yep, I'm gonna be doing a test later on. Just it's not a cheap test to do. It'll cost me a few $100s to get all the thermal paste and PTMs to try out. It's not a cheap thing to do, so I would like to do it eventually though. Show people what are actually the best choices. ROM GPU for yeah. 6700 XT. Hey, decent card as well, buddy. Decent card as well. I should have done this a while ago. It is dusty. He's doing a ROG only PC build. ROG only. That's PC, that's the case, that's the power supply, that's the motherboard, that's the RAM. You can get it all. So, that's what he's doing. Yeah, no doubt. That is pretty cool, eh? Be fun to build too. Nice. And then what? You say hi? Ready? What? Hi. Just yet. Alright. Oh yeah, what's up, Debatron? Debatron! Okay. So there we go. Just give me a sec. I'll grab the panels for it and put it together, show you what it kind of looks like. How goes your night, Dad? Oh, I'm not chasing you. And then I do need to clean the panel too, by the looks of it. Waking up as usual. You wake up this late? Jeez. Nice. Thanks, Z. Have yourself a good night, man. I hear about poor thing. Yeah, there's the one panel, then the other panel has DeWalt on it. Thing. Poor thing. She got a hairball. Then we got this one. And it's got a big old DeWalt sticker. That's what it looks like after it gets put together. It's just an acrylic glass. Over the years, it got scratched up, and then you can fix the acrylic glass. It just takes a long time. You can use headlight restore, like for cars, headlight restore. It just takes a long time to get the scratches out. I have to redo it, but all in all, it's still pretty good. But that's what it looks like when it's all put together. That's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to take apart the AI, or not AIO, the custom water loop now, clean up the fans. The inside of the power supply is not terrible. Should clean it up I do want to take apart the. I do want to take it apart as well. You okay? You gonna make it? That's what I might do as well, though. But yeah, power supply does need to be cleaned up. Just set it there for now. And this goes there. Mix 4. Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Take apart this. You gonna get it out? No, maybe. One fan. One fan. Definitely needs to be done. Definitely needs to be done. But I'm going to go to an extraction fan. I'll be right back quickly. So that way, because there's a lot of dust on this. Alright. Got the majority of it. Got the majority of the dust off of it, so good. Go with the cleaner. And I'll get the last bit here. That was a lot of dust. I have 2 more I gotta do. Don't have a whole lot of fans in this case. Does not need a whole lot of fans in the case, so. Fairly easy to do. A little bit of dust, as you can see, but not a whole lot. I like to go to the extraction fan and make sure I get it all out. Alright. Not terrible. Not terrible now. There we go. Clean fans. Again, these are RGB fans. I just don't care. I just don't care about the RGB, so that I don't have it plugged in, the RGB. I don't have it plugged in at all. So, nice and clean. Nice and clean. That's like a little, can't get that little bit off for that. That's alright. Oh, this thing still has peely on it. Still have a peely. What? Real clean now. Real clean now. I didn't realize I had a peely still on it. Go, they're brand new. No cleaning required, like brand new. There's one. Take off the other ones. I took off my piece the other day because it was making noise. Should definitely. See, I don't even throw out the fans because I can fix them up. Most fans I can fix up. Oh, dusty. Little dusty. I haven't cleaned it in a while. Again, I like to keep my PCs clean, so should have done this a while ago. Clean up the whole PC case instead of just doing the motherboard and GPU that I did before. Should have done the whole case. I think this is bad. I think this is bad. Probably gonna make myself some custom dust filters, custom nylon dust filters to help with the dust. Because I'm not too happy with that. Actually, I gotta go to the extraction fan. Just give me 1 second here. So there we go. Do the rest here. Don't think it's bad. Majority do. Oh, no peelies are on these ones. I peeled my last peelie. That's fine. Go. Not bad. You put it on Discord or I do the outside because oh crap, it's gonna be in a room. Yeah, I have an extraction fan. That's what I usually do for the majority of the dust. And I gotta vacuum anyways. Try to vacuum as much as possible, especially when I got Gabby Goo there for all the hairs and just so that way it's a bit cleaner for her. I have it, yeah, an actual 8-inch extraction fan. Moves 1,100 gallons of air a minute. I'm just getting up there to the last little bit that's on these fans. Clean. Yeah, send on Discord. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Maybe it is, but it don't look that bad. I mean, how did you whip it off? How did you end up doing that? How? How? Tell me. How? You smashed it. Oof. That's rough. And that's rough. Hey, I did a really good job on this one. Over an extraction fan, I think it's really good. Like, and then see a little bit maybe? I don't know. Like nothing on this one now. Nice. Very easy. Sweet. It happens, man. Stuff happens. It happens. It happens, man. Makes you feel pretty dumb afterwards, though. I hear you. Go. A little bit of dust on the inside. Ooh, a little bit. A little bit. More than a little bit. More than a little bit still. Now we're clean. Now we're talking. All right. Oh, that's it. That's all the fans I got. When you're mad, well, try not to get mad. The main thing, try not to. Work on it. With anger management. Not fun. They'll teach you sometimes. Yeah, might as well install it if you have one. That way you do have a good amount of airflow in the front. That's what you technically want. Lots of airflow in the front. Make a positive pressure. Nice. That's basically the whole PC. Alright. I gotta show this. Perfect circles. Not bad, eh? Perfect circles. SSD are running a bit hotter because no fan? Yeah. No airflow across them. Yep. There'll be a little bit of a difference. Perfect circles. It's not even a lot of dust, actually. It's really not. Oh, I might have to wash this one. I don't know. I'm getting this foot. Not even a lot of dust. It's just on the black, it looks like it's a lot of dust. Get my good brush here. Yeah, it's seriously not even a lot of dust. You wish it was like this? It doesn't look that bad in the pictures, though. It really does not look that bad. And this side's good. The fins are a little bit dinged up on this side because there's no fans on this side. Sometimes they're a little dinged up, so there's no dust on this side. Cleaned it up already, but this side. Might have to wash it in the sink. You can see the perfect fans and the perfect circles. So it's literally not even a lot of dust just stuck in it. I'll try with 99 so to remove the... Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. It is. It's a really good way to do it. Yeah, it can be a real pain, especially on some where they have really tight fin density on them. They're a big pain to actually clean out. You should though. You should though, even though you don't notice the dust on it, it does stick to it. But I hear you. It's not as bad. Should clean it though. But yeah, there's a lot more fin density on air or water coolers. Plus they're small. Pain to clean out. Nice. That's about it. That's about it there. Big air cooler like this should just blow. Yeah, it's fairly easy to clean. But if depends on where the PC is and all that too. Could get some grease on it. You don't notice it as much, but you can get grease on your fins. If air won't clean it off, you have to wash it. Soap and water or isopropyl. But a lot easier to clean. When I say a lot easier, I mean a lot easier. Yeah. So it looks like the i7-3770K, when, like I said, it's just passively cooled, it works just fine. I'm thinking only because the vape and dabs, yeah, yeah, because the stickiness, right? It's gonna be worse. 100%. I don't smoke around my stuff either. Just dust, and I still want to make myself a dust filter for it. I use nylon. Yeah, brown sticky dust. And it just heats up, makes it sticky again, more dust collects to it. That's why it's probably really good to use isopropyl to clean it. At least it probably helps you out a lot. All right. Oh, the magnet came out. After all those years, the magnet fell out the front. It's not used, but the magnet came out. Dang. I mean, it's not used. I don't have the front panel for it anymore after all the moves I've been through since I had this case. I don't have the front panel for it anymore, which is still fine. This case here, I can't believe I still have. It was $45 when I got it back in the day. And yeah, I only have it because it's a nice EVGA case and it fits everything I use. Fits everything. It fits an EATX motherboard, fits a custom water loop, and it fits any size GPU basically in it as well. It's the only reason why I have it. Yeah, it fits everything. But I wish they made one, yeah, an EVGA for the Win PC case. I do believe it's called DG76. Then EVGA power supply. I should put the EVGA 1080 Ti in it, and I should get myself an EVGA motherboard, make an all EVGA build. And I'll throw all my EVGA fans in it too, make it all EVGA. Yep, there you go. All nice and clean. Be awesome if they made a PC case called the EVGA for the Win. It would. I don't know if this one has an ARGB header or if not. There's not. Yep. There's the Zotac car with EVGA fans. Should put it back together now. Probably should put it back together. The 690 Ors Master with a 13900K. Yep. It technically doesn't even need it, but it's got a custom monoblock. Custom monoblock cools the VRMs. See this? These strips here, this strip and that strip. hits the VRMs. VRMs have it. Yep. Custom monoblock. It's like a $600 CPU VRM cooler for the board. It's made for the Z690 Oris Master. And then I lapped the actual, and then you can switch this out. I don't have it anymore, but had it. You can switch this out to do direct die. It has a direct die attachment for it as well. Yeah, I don't even need to use this. I've used it with Amazon's cheapest CPU block, done testing. The VRMs only hit 65 degrees Celsius. They have a running temperature of all the way up to 85, 90 degrees Celsius, so no problem. But they're like, it's like 45 max I see with this mono block. So it stays very cool. Oh no. Got a leak. I accidentally loosened one of the fittings. Whoops. Oh yeah. Go. Scoot to the front. So I'm losing a couple fittings. Wow. I gotta clean the thermal paste off this and reapply it. Again, I do like to keep the thermal paste on this one. I'll show you here in a second. Move the mic out of the way. Because I did lap this block. Let's see the perfect circle. It made a perfect circle. Yeah, so right there, I lapped it and it made a perfect circle, which is pretty crazy. Like an actual perfect circle. Yeah. So this works really good with a lapped CPU. Works good even if you don't lap it, but works really, really good with a lapped CPU. Like 12600K that I have. It's all nice and lapped up nice. Clean all that up. Go. This goes like that. Oh, got a little bit of dust on the top. Go. We're gonna need some thermal paste. Some MX4. MX4. Some of this good stuff. Oh There's on there. We'll do a nice fat line here. Go. And a good squiggle on this. And two runs down the side. More than enough for it. More than enough. Oh, it's like just finger tighten, reopen it. Takes everything you got. That's why I like these containers. Like the Thermal Grizzly and the KPX are in those containers. That's why when I want to make my own, that's what I use. I like these small containers. Yeah. That's what happens when you're in construction for years, buddy. I used to be a pretty big guy too, but construction makes you get big forearms. Ooh, before I do that, I do want to grab this so I don't have to re-grab it. There we go. Guess I forgot about the back side here. Wiggle that. It's sitting good. Put this the right way. Bam. Not AIO. It's custom water loop. And polypropylene. It's all good. It's a propylene. It's good for negative 50 degrees Celsius. I am a top overclocker in Canada. So I chill my loops down to negative 25 is what I can get them down to. Hoping to do negative 40 sometime this year for a couple world records, but right now I'm doing chilled loops, and then I want to get into doing some dry ice, but the container CPU and GPU and memory pots are very expensive, so I just do chilled loops. I use propylene glycol type based coolant. It's not recommended for people to use it. You have to have the right seals in it. I make my own seals. I use EPDM type seals. So that's what I use. Also car radiator fluid, like Canadian Winter car radiator fluid, works really good too. Has its built-in lubricants and bacterial in it as well. So you don't have to worry about it making its own ecosystem in your loop. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I'm the top overclocker in Canada and the best overclocking team in the world. It's what I do. I gotta give it a shaky shake before I tighten it down all the way. 1, 2, 1, 2. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Just want to barely be able to move it. Tight. Just, any other cooler. Gonna make sure you tighten them down evenly. So as I'm tightening down, I only do a quarter turn. Overclocking? Years. For a very long time. Over 10 years. But for getting into overclocking, as in my own profile on hardwarebot.org, started back in 2021. My own profile I started in 2018, but didn't do any uploads until 2021 because I wanted to get some knowledge before I started doing it. Like knowledge as in what they're looking for, verification, and all that. But I've been overclocking for over 10 years. Okay, again, I don't use the RGB, so I'm gonna re-hook up the RAM and then move that around. This is the custom monoblock, cools the VRMs and the CPU at the same time. This is a Z690 ORS Master motherboard, 13900K on a custom water loop 360mm. The D5 pump and reservoir combo is thermal take. And then the RAM kit is 7200 CL36 kit. I do my own overclocking, so they're never running at it. But these are Corsair Dominator titaniums without the actual LEDs on the top, and custom modded, as in they have copper chips to help keep them cool. They do weigh quite a bit. So I'll put those in now. Oh wait. No, I'll put the fans on I want to put the fans on the outside this time. So this way goes this way. No. Voila. Nice and plugged in. This so I can refeed over. Probably won't put the. Maybe I'll put it this way. Actually, so that way I couldn't put the back panel on. Just keep the front panel off. That's why I would like a new, bigger case, because that way I can fit this pump in, this pump reservoir combo. Actually, I might actually be able to do it now. 1 sec. Might be able to. Means I'll have to redo the tubing, but that's okay too. That's okay too. See if the GPU will fit. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, I can put it all together. I'll redo the tubing another day though. I'll probably make another live stream on that. I'll get it back together after the clean. I don't use the RGB. I really don't care about the RGB, so we'll just hide that in the back. Commander Pro for the RGB and for the fans. I only use it for the fans. It's a nice hookup, and I use a SATA, so I like that. Plus, it's magnetic. Magnetic, that's why I like it. It's easier for cable management as well. I'm gonna put the fans on the other side. These. You grab these. This is the next question. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I know I can't fit that in there, but I do want to put this in. See if I can fit. I have to grab my bag screws for this. Yeah. Fortunately, I do, so I want to do it that way. So let's try it this way. Pain in the butt to do this. It really is. Are you gonna boot up PC on stream? Yeah, I'll probably boot it up on stream, yep. If you want, I can. If not, I don't have to. And if you want to see it, bud. Really not long enough? You're joking. They fit in the other side, but they don't fit this side on it. You're joking. You're joking. I have to get my other screws. Nova, what's up, Nova? Custom loop? Yep, custom loop. It should fit. Move this out of the way. That way. Yes. Should fit. Does reach. Does reach. So what's the issue here? No issue. Maybe that was the issue before. Whoops. I have multiple custom water loops. I use certain fittings with generally certain tubing. I do like silicone tubing. This is PVC. It's a harder style tubing. I generally like silicone, but I didn't have the money for it because the silicone tubing that I like went up in price, like tripled in price. So that's what sucks. But I use certain fittings just to guarantee there's no leakage. Never had a leak yet. This one's a real pain. Tech source PCs broke due to leakage. Yeah, probably because they're using the wrong stuff for it. How long did it take to put all the first time did you run into issues on the software side? Never on software side. I only use it for certain stuff. So generally no. Generally don't have issues really for most of the stuff that I do, to be honest. Not trying to toot my own horn or anything, it's just I generally don't have issues. How long it took me though. I mean, I can build a whole custom wire loop PC. I mean, I've had a lot of people watch my streams, and it doesn't take me very long, even to redo the tubing and redo the PC for it. It doesn't take me very long, man. Like during the streams, it takes me longer because I'm usually stopping, talking, and checking chat and stuff like that. It still doesn't take me very long. I just took apart the whole PC, cleaned the components, and did all that, and it's only been 2 hours. Yeah, I have recommendations for the fittings that I like to use. There are certain fittings that I like. I have videos, old videos, newer videos with all the hardware that I use and prefer. Yeah, man, I do it all. Not like I said, I do overclocking and build PCs, new PCs, old PCs. The PC that I'm using for the stream right now is an i7 3770K, passively cooled with the Peerless Assassin 120 SE. It's got a 1080 in it right now, not a 1080 Ti. That's in the shelf right there. Got 1080 in it, and it's all put in. It's working. Works great. It's all right. It's all right, I guess. Some people, I guess, it'd be impressive. I wish I could do more, to be honest. Just I don't have the money to do a lot of stuff. So I do what I can with what I have. Try to help out people where I can. Yeah, it really doesn't take too long to build a PC, though. I'll redo the tubing later on. Make sure it all fits in here the way I want, because I do want to be able to close up this system. Test to see if the GPU fits, because I haven't done. I'm not sure if it will with this setup. Pretty sure it doesn't with the fans on the inside. Could be mistaken though. Oh, it's like it's there. Oh, the tubes are in the way. There's a video for now that would also be highly informative. Analysis video? What do you mean, like an analysis video? What do you mean, buddy? Help me out. Specify what you mean by that. Come on, Tubi. There we go. Yeah. Work with me here. There we go. Maybe I get my Velcro zip tie here. Maybe that'll help. Help specify what you mean there, bud. Like it wants to fit, but it doesn't fit. Oh, maybe it does fit. Hey, hey, Fonzie. Fits. Product analysis. Actually, without actually testing, you can make videos, tell everyone what to look for in product before buying it. Ooh, very true, very true. I mean, I do that with the PC hardware. I've been very good this year and last year on PC specs, prices. Been very good actually. Like really, really good. I've been really happy on my speculative pricing and performance. Use older GPUs to get the same performance on some of them. Just from certain leaks. Nice. Now, it's tight. Again, I'll have to redo the tubing at a later time. I'm not going to redo the tubing right now. I have to find my tubing that I just recently moved, so a lot of stuff is packed away. Alright, we got this. Have you tested lost the scaling on your older GPUs? No, I should try it. Should do it. I should. It's something I should do. Go, that's all plugged in for the fans. The fans are all plugged in. Voila. And now I gotta plug all the cables in. Not fun, but want to make sure I cleaned everything pretty good. 410. This cable, though, if we try that, I should probably make a video on the lossless scaling. You got it. Good old 8-pin. Let's just put in BG3. Go. CPU, which is not the original CPU one that I had. The other one I've moved so many times I didn't have it. It's so many things. That's fine. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. There we go. This is Earth. This is CPU. With the 13900K and 14900Ks, I do suggest to use both CPU rails, not just a single one with a splitter, both rails. I do suggest that. SATA. Go plug all this through. And then again, I did make my own brackets for the power supply holding it in. I did make my own brackets. I have to find my bracket, have it around somewhere. It's just have so many totes full of PC stuff. I'm not sure where the bracket is. What specs are you building? This. So it's got a Z690 ORS master for the motherboard. It's got a 13900K to cool the motherboard and the actual CPU. It's a custom monoblock for the Z690 ORS master by EK. For the RAM, I got 48 gigabytes of Hynix M die. It's Corsair Dominator titaniums. They're modified as well. For the GPU, 3070 Ti modified as well. One of the fastest 3070 Ti's in the world. Custom water loop, of course. 980 Pro, 2 terabyte. And then the power supply, it's only a bronze rated, but it's EVGA 850 watt B5, so 850 B5 it's what's called. And it's a bronze rated, but it's been a really good power supply. I do have other EVGA ones like EVGA Supernovas, it's just I don't use it for it. Yeah, 8 pin or 6+2. 6+2. Yeah, it is. It's a very beefy motherboard. Again, I've done testing. I can do other testing if more people want to see. I will do other testing. Show you that you don't even need heat sinks on the VRMs on it for 13900K. I've done testing on it. Don't even need heat sinks or even a cooler on the actual VRMs. They stay nice and cool. When overclocking, my CPU will draw almost 600 watts if I do it that. If I just do CPU, I'll use two different power supplies. So CPU, I can make it draw 600 watts, and the 3070 Ti 440. Yep. And most times, even top overclockers with their Apex boards, they'll strip everything off. You don't even need a chipset cooler. It runs just fine, especially if you're just doing RAM overclocking. You just strip the whole board down and you don't need to worry about cooling at all. Have a nice clean setup. And then get it prepped up for liquid nitrogen. Yeah. Yeah, I can use a lot of watts. Like I said, 13800K, I can get it up to about 600 watts on some benchmarks. That's 6.3 gigahertz, all P cores, 4.7 gigahertz on the E cores. Draws about that. And then GPU, it can draw up to 440 watts for the 3070 Ti. It can, yeah. Daily use for when I just use it for streaming, because this is my main PC, but when I use it for streaming, my whole setup uses 100 watts. My whole setup, that's monitor, mic, PC, and light. It only uses 100 watts. How do I have this one? Here. Yeah, the CPU can easily take over 300. Yep. Yes, it can. Yeah, proper cooling on it, you can take. It can take probably 1,000 watts if you get proper cooling on it. Voila. That's that. CPU. SATA. CPU. CPU. This pain in the butt these things to do. There. 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 What are specs for the cat? That's Gabby. She's a shelter cat. She was there the longest amount of time. I've had her for about 7 years now. About 7 years. She's almost 9. She'll be 9 this year. She's at a shelter. She was sheltered longest there, over a year. She's supposed to be a Christmas gift now for my ex. Was a girlfriend at the time. She was supposed to be a Christmas gift, but when we separated, she couldn't live without me, so I have the cat. But yeah, she's a calico. She's a calico kitty. She has about 20 claws in the front. She has opposable thumbs, and she acts like a dog. Oh, such a pain in the butt to do this. There's no light to see in there. Such a pain. Come on. One. Go. Go. These back together. So. And this one's a bit easier. Let's see here. Go. Go. 24 pin here. There's. Bam. 4 pin. Spot. Go. Put in the D5 pump. Power. And then the GPU. The GPU. Bit of a pain, but go. Big pin. And voila. That's for SATA. I don't have SATA on this thing. Oh yeah, SATA for this. SATA for my fans. Yep, not bad. Now, see, I just did it. I guess I should show. I love custom water loops and all the copper and all that in it. So I gotta do a little bit of cable management here. I gotta figure where I put my Velcro zip ties I like to use. I can Velcro zip tie all that there. But for now, it's fine. Put all this in here. Those. Power button. What one's my power button? Power switch. This one. I forget which one power switch is. And the light, so I'll flip around this again. Figure which one the power switch goes to. I do need to find out where my Velcro. I found Velcro zip ties, which I like a lot, the Velcro zip ties. All right. Again, ram's all in nice. It's all good. It's all good. Make sure fittings again are tight. I did loosen these ones accidentally. Flip that around. There we go. Again, I'll redo the tubing another time so that way it all fits in there nicer. I might even flip around the fans to the front. I just gotta find different screws. I have them packed away. I'll have to find them so that way I can put the fans on the front because they're a bit longer screws. Because they're made for these screws are made just for fans to it, or I have screws that are made for going through thin metal to the actual radiator, so I'll have to do that. Again, I need the light so I can do power switch. Top one. That's what's saying, the top one there. Might have to test with screwdriver. Might have to test with a screwdriver, okay? Might have to do a little bit of testing. So I actually haven't used that. I always use the power switch. Should be better now. Should be better now. Yeah, new place. I don't have my own internet. New place has internet and it's nowhere near me, so yeah. And I have to set the settings because on my other PC I have the settings set correctly. Don't have the settings set correctly on this streaming PC, unfortunately, so my apologies on that. But yeah, I can plug it in. Connectors are in good. Sweet. So I'll plug it in, get the video capture device all hooked up. So just give me a minute here. Okay. So now we got to add another video capture device. And then we got that. Ooh. There. Go. Make me smaller. Let's go. And there we go. Oops. And there we go. Oh, still need to get rid of that. Still need to get rid of that. Yep, there you go. PC's all set up. PC's good. I'm gonna check the temperature right now, actually. Oh wait, we can't. I need to get another mouse. I need to get another mouse. I got lots of keyboards. I need to get another mouse. Yep, there you go. PC runs. Oh, it's so annoying. 'Cause I just reset this all back up, right? Like, reset everything up. So I have to de-bloat this Windows. Good. Good. I'm fairly close to being celestial. What do you mean? I mean, open. What do you mean, buddy? What do you mean? You mean the Microsoft 360 Copilot? Just automatically installs. It just automatically installs. It's just I don't have internet on the PC right now because I'm using the internet, so the Wi-Fi. So it won't open up. You have to be on internet, and I don't have it set up. I don't know, for some reason it automatically installs. Whenever I reinstall Windows 10, you have Windows 11. Whenever I install Windows 10, it gives me that for some reason. Yeah, Windows 10. Yeah, Windows 11. I don't know. I don't know why it keeps installing it whenever I do Windows 10. It does that for some reason. Don't ask me why. It just does it. Yeah. There you go. PC all redone up, cleaned up, working. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, ready for some benchmarks? Nah, just ready for... I don't care about it. I don't care about the microcodes. I've never had an issue with it. I manually tune mine, so I don't have to worry about microcode updates. I manually tune everything as soon as I get it. I overclock it the way I want it, use the voltages that I want for the RAM, for the CPU, for the GPU, everything. So I don't have to worry about the microcode update because there's not any issues. Never has been, never will be for me. Yeah, actually, for RAM overclocking, I prefer the old BIOS. The old BIOS F28 for my Gigabyte board. It works better for overclocking, and I like it. Well, not like CPU overclocking, RAM overclocking. I prefer F28, the old BIOS. Just I use my own voltages for CPU, so I don't have to worry about nothing. Yeah. There we go. All done. There we go. It did have recent changes the way the CPU behaves a lot. That's more motherboard, motherboard. Better option? What do you mean? What do you mean for better option? It's not the CPU that changes the voltages too, it's also motherboards. So are you sure it's a microcode update, not motherboard update? Yeah, for BIOS update that microcode. Are you sure it's microcode? I'll check it out. I'll check out the new microcode update, see what it's actually doing. Yeah, certain board vendors, but I mean, they might say it's microcode, but it's actually fixing the motherboard itself, not the microcode. I'll check it out. I'll check it out, see if there is an actual new microcode update that'll be from Intel. No. I'm not telling you to use the old BIOS. Not unless you're manually tuning the voltages. No, there is worry. Especially if you're not manually tuning the voltages anyways. You should always manually tune the voltages. Even though you're doing the microcode update, the motherboard itself will give too much voltage. Okay, that's good. But you have to manually tune the voltage yourself. Yeah, make sure when you're manually tuning it, you're going to check the vid. The vid doesn't really matter too much. It's the V-core when you're checking out the voltages in the operating system. You want to check the V-core to make sure it's not going way past what the vid's saying. Vid, voltage request, V-core voltage is actually the voltage the CPU is getting. 3.5 volts? It's a lot of voltage. Shouldn't be hitting 3.5. Maybe 1.35. I was gonna say, man. Yeah. 1.35. Are you sure the V-core max is hitting only 1.35? Oh wait, I guess yours is only the 14700K, so maybe that makes sense too. But let's see, if a 13900K or 14900K, you're gonna see on most motherboards 1.5 or higher. On ASUS boards, you could see even 1.6 volts on auto. And that's after the microcode updated BIOS. It's the motherboard itself giving too much voltage. And that's the V-core getting too much voltage too. The vid could say high as well, but the V-core could say lower because it's not actually hitting that. But the vid, the request, could say higher, but the mother or lower, and the motherboard's still giving it more. So you gotta be careful on that. That's why manually tuning the voltage is better. So is it actually going higher, and then after the CPU load line kicks in, because it's a droop. Yes, because it'll be lower voltage. Yes, but what is the spiked voltage? What's it hitting? Mine only maxes out at 1.365 volts on 5.6 gigahertz all core. Max 1.365. After, if I do load line, it'll go down to 1.45. But it'll only max out at 1.365. Is yours going past that? Because even though you're doing that, CPU load line, yes, CPU load line will make it so it has a droop, which 13th and 14th gen CPUs, from what I've tested, like a nice droop. V-core. Encore, the V-core. V. The vid is requested, and V-core is the actual voltage that's going to the CPU. Give me a second here. HW monitor. Show you what I'm saying here. Bam. And then we're gonna do window capture. Yes. Okay. And then what we want here. Cursor. So hopefully we can see my cursor here. CPU V core. See? This is the 13900, or not 13900. This is the i7 3770K. But this is the V core. You want to see V core maxing at 1.35. The vid, not the VIN. We don't care about this for CPU. This CPU V core. And then the vid is the request. So this is the actual voltage the CPU is getting. See the max 1.12. The request though is hitting 1.166. You want to see this lower. And this right here, vid, is the actual voltage that it's requesting. And the motherboard can give less or more. And you want to see this less generally. But this is request. And this is the actual voltage. That's an i7 3770K. That's not my 13900K 5.6 gigahertz all core 1.365 volts. That's what it uses. 1.365. So on load, you want to see less voltage when you're on load, and you're going to see a bit higher voltage when you're off load, because it's going to be going from single core to all core. All core will use less voltage. Single core will use more voltage, because on single core it's going to have a higher boost. Hardware info, hardware monitor, don't matter. It uses the same. Whatever's on your motherboard, GPU, CPU, RAM is all off the same thing. So it's going to read basically the exact same voltages. Doesn't matter. But yeah, on load, you're going to see lower voltage than when you're off load. And still the same thing. You're still going to see the same thing. But yeah. But if you're seeing a lower voltage on a load, that's good. Yep. At 5 gigahertz, my 3770K uses 1.4 volts. I mean, it's up to you. You can use hardware info if you want. It's fine. I just like to use hardware monitor because it's easier for my viewers to see what I'm talking about. It's easier for them to read too. So you just scroll up and down. It's very, very easy to use. That's why I use hardware monitor. Right? Like it's super, super easy for people to read. Right? This is the volt, like super easy. VCore, VIN1, AVCC, 3VCC, VIN4, 6, 7. These are all voltage readouts. The 3 volts, right? Super easy for people to read. Temperature pins, temperature pin 3, 8, 6, 5, and you can search this up on your motherboard and see where these readouts are actually reading. Right? Very easy for people to just search it up on their motherboard, see what these pins are actually reading for temperatures. Let you know CPU, your voltage request. Easy to read for your temperatures on CPU cores. Power as well, let you know how much power you're using. Very easy for Uncore, AI cores, or IA cores. So very easy. Core clocks. Let you know your hard drive, SSD, NVMe. Let you know the hours, power cycle count, temperature, assembly temperature for it, right? You read write speeds, your GPU temperature and voltage here, so temperature and voltage, very easy for it to read, right? Hotspot or the actual GPU. Hotspot seems to be really high. Holy crap. But yeah, very, very easy to read. That's why I like using hardware monitor for my viewers. Yeah, definitely do that, yep. It's easier for me to read out for it. More or less you're having more issues. People are having more or less issues with the microcode on the 13900Ks and 14900Ks. Everything else, or 13900 and 14900 and whatever various K, KF, KS, non-Ks, those had issues with voltage in the microcode, and motherboards giving way too much voltage. Everything else wasn't too bad though. Asus, terrible for voltage on those CPUs. Gigabyte wasn't too bad. MSI wasn't too bad. ASRock wasn't too bad. Asus, those was horrible. But it's good to manually tune voltages on them. Very good. Yep, definitely do that, and I'll take a look at it for you. Oh, excuse me. I should probably be heading to bed here soon. I'm not even sure why I'm still up. Figured I would get that done. Figured I would get it done. Now I got it done. Everything's nice and clean. Main PC's ready to go again. So I'm happy about that. And then probably tomorrow, guess today, but tomorrow what I'll do is go through some BIOS settings for the CPU. I can even throw in the 12600K, bunch of stuff I can do for that. Now your voltage looks good. Your voltage looks really good. What you want to do as well is go do like a sim bench run and then check the voltage, see what it's doing. Like watch the voltage as it's going through the test, and then as the test is ending, look at the voltage, see how high it spikes. But it looks good. Your voltages look really good on your 14700K. Cannot complain about that at all, buddy. What? Coming up? Huh? Coming up? What you doing? Coming up? No? Fine. Oh, why don't you come up? Offsets really don't matter too much. If the request is a certain amount, your offsets don't matter. If the motherboard wants to give the CPU more voltage, the motherboard would override whatever offset you have. That's why I don't care about adaptive offsets. I like to do certain voltages. And just give it a nice droop. So we want to do, so you know how you have like extreme, high, medium, low, like droops? Try to do like the medium to low, so that way the droop is really steep. You want a nice steep droop. What I found with 13, 14th gen CPUs, they like a nice droop. Even with the 12th gen, they liked a droop, but they didn't like a crazy droop. When I'm doing my hard overclocking, I'll use a higher profile, so the way the droop is not so steep. But for normal use, you want a nice droop on your CPU. For especially 14700K, it'll really like that droop. Let's put it to like that medium tier. I'm not sure if yours is or not. Not sure how many tiers your motherboard is. I don't know. Been waiting all day. I don't know. But yeah, I don't care about adaptive offsets, to be honest. I don't. Some people like them. They think it works, I guess. I mean, your motherboard will override whatever you put. Whatever the CPU requesting will override that as well. That's why there was the microcode update, because the request was too high, and then since the motherboard gave off too much voltage anyways, it was hitting the CPU even harder and more voltage than what it should even think about using. Yeah. Nah, not in my opinion. You shouldn't. Those claws! The claws! The claws! The claws! That's so sharp. I know you're happy, but those claws are sharp. No, this set, you can technically set a fixed V-core. That guarantees that the voltage isn't going too high. But just know, even when you're not on load, it's going to use that amount of voltage. It's not a big deal. For me, I lock my cores, so that way all the cores are running at a certain clock, all of them at 5.6 or 5.8 gigahertz, all core, and then setting a fixed setting a fixed voltage will actually just work. Because all stock, it was very bad. Yeah, stock sucks. Stock sucks. Yeah, but I don't care about offsets and stuff like that. From testing I've done on multiple different motherboards and CPUs, the offsets don't work. Like, they work to a degree. They work to a degree. You happy? Hmm? You're all happy? Yeah? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, those claws are sharp. Sharp. That's my leg. That's my leg. It's just nothing but you on the chat right now. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. I'm all done taking apart the whole PC, cleaning everything. Motherboard, GPU, PC case, fans. I've already cleaned it all. Already reassembled it. Already tested it. Your allergies are hitting you hard this year, eh? Alright, I should probably get myself to bed, though. So I'm gonna end the stream, guys. I gotta get some sleep. Not even sure why I decided to do it so late at night, but I did. And I'm dropping frames again anyway, so might as well. It must be my set. It's gotta be. Claws are sharp, yes. Alright, so that's it for this stream. Again, thank you to all my viewers, subscribers, and donators. You guys are helping out this channel more than you know. If anyone has any kind of questions that they want answered, you can ask me on the comment section below. Do have a Discord channel, Instagram, Patreon page, and PayPal if you do want to help with this channel further. Also, I do have members if you want to become a member of this channel. Again, thank you all for watching. And as always, don't forget to get her done. Peace. Have a good night, everyone.